I know this may sound like a reach to say the least, but I want to make sure I have your ear. See, there's no way I can not be home when death comes knocking. None of us have that option. I know that death is promised. That threat is honest. I mean, let's face it, none of us are going to make it. This is something all of us will eventually be faced with. One day, our internal clock's going to stop and we're going to be on God's stopwatch. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop it, whether we're at home, in a hospital, or at hospice.
See, there are certain certainties that are certainly come to be. And no matter his disguise, I know the devil is a lie when he's demanding and double daring me to die on a double. Declaring the debt of death is definitely due, it's on the bubble. I guess that means I'm in trouble, waters. But if hope floats, I hope boats of families and friends as a means to an end begin to file in, holding Bibles. Silenced upon their arrival as they try to cope with me about to be someone's test subject before I meet the cousin asleep and death's coming. See, I'm wondering, is this meant for me to be mentally prepared for the symphony upstairs, fully aware of the bedridden period before death? BPBD is upon me and my mind's wandering as I breathe calmly with death's grip upon me. These memories etched in my heart like wet concrete, and it dawns on me before I take my final breath. Final steps off to whatever revelation, before all my minuses and pluses make its final equation. If the doctor makes the statement that I need to be heavily sedated, that it's better to be intubated, who's gonna make the decision to keep me living? Who gets to decide and justify if the only movement I'm able to make is with my eyes? Who gets to decide to pull the plug as long as they're doing it with love? Who will be next to my bedside watching when my body stops responding to treatments and my heart rate starts decreasing? Limbs going numb as I start to succumb to what this has come to. My increasingly disintegrating health that's causing my lungs to swell. And I'm unable to yell for the nurse cause this tube in my throat hurts from being intubated. I wonder who will be there jaded, praying, waiting patient with high anxiety. Laying by my bedside and the company beside me weeping as they're reaching for that string that rings to the nurse's station. They start pulling and tugging while others are waiting, equally jaded, patient and hugging, trying to control them and console them and hold in signs of grief. Wondering, will I dodge the bullet as the siren from that machine starts to screech? Then someone comes inside and presses on the machine a couple times to comfort their minds that close to flatline. But I survive and I'm able to dodge that bullet for now. But I wonder, who's gonna be around? Who's gonna wanna sign up for that task is what I ask. Who's gonna be praying as the pastor starts saying, we're all just passing through. We all have an outstanding debt to death, and it has to be paid. So it's best you call anyone who matters to pay. Respects, cause this is what predicates being laid to rest. You better not wait. You better not wait, it's best not to. See, the Reaper is a frequent sleeper in this hospital, and it's possible very soon. Our next obstacle, for what it's worth, will be to converse about folks forming lines in queue, sitting in the pew at the church. See, this is what hurts. Before they start cutting me open with a bone saw, gutted remains. I know my life has known flaws that were public domain, but I hope you tell them dying alone wasn't my decision. Before they start talking about my religion, and before the vision of them making that Y incision on my chest, before you pay those respects when I'm slain in death and I'm laid to rest, hands crossed in death, right hand across the left, before you send your regards with flowers and cards, I hope you tell them dying alone wasn't my decision. Before I'm riding in a tinted hearse, my soul next on the guest list, I only hope I had time to attend to this poetic business first that I was blessed with. And if everyone gets a last request, then my death wish before I'm breathless when death hits is this: when they do my in loving memory, and you'll remember me, loving memories, whether friend or enemy. I hope folks say they love what was in me before my curtains close and I expose woes to those close to me. The headline before my eternal bedtime reads 5 words. 5 words I want on my tombstone. 5 things I want to bestow it. He was a passionate poet, and he did not die alone.